When the world feels big, a small note can mean everything. Find mental health support at sdbehavioralhealth.gov.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
Fentanyl is a powerful synthetic opioid, up to 100 times stronger than morphine. Even a tiny amount can be deadly. It's often mixed with other drugs without your knowledge, increasing your risk of overdose. Protect yourself and your loved ones and avoid unknown substances. Stay informed, stay safe, and remember, one pill can kill. For more information on fentanyl prevention, visit your local health resource or speak to a healthcare professional today. This message was brought to you by the Great Plains Tribal Opioid Response, so that the people may live.
Do you have a pest problem? Got bats, ants, termites? Family owned and operated, Olson's Pest Technicians have had over 50 years experience taking care of pest problems in places across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa. Utilizing brilliant methods such as Centricon bait stations for termites and Vicane treatment for bed bugs. There's no pest too tough for Olson's Pest Technicians. If you have pest problems, call 800-KILL-BUGS.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better?
Hello, everyone. Welcome to a battle between the Roosevelt Rough Riders and the Watertown Arrows. Some Class AA doubleheader action on the west side of Sioux Falls. I'm Jason Andera at Live Ticket TV, and we'll be with you all night long for both the girls matchup and the boys matchup. Girls matchup set to get started here in just a bit. We'll get you set up for that game, and then after this one, we will get you set up for the Watertown Roosevelt boys game. This first game, we've got two teams that are a little under 500, but both have some promise and have been playing well lately. This Watertown team started the season out 2-9 against AA competition, but since then, they've won 2 out of their last 3 games, including wins over Lincoln and their most recent game, a win over Jefferson, 50-37. They played really well on defense and shot the ball extremely well. This Roosevelt team has improved each and every year under Blake Bradfield. This season coming in with a 6-9 record, and talking with Blake Bradfield, their head coach, before the game, he said, we've been playing really well. We just need to be consistent. There's so many times we've had a big lead and we've given up that lead, or we've had a lapse for 3 or 4 minutes during the game where we just continue to make turnovers and things that we know how to do better. So they're looking for a consistent 32-minute game to see if they can make their way possibly into the top 8 in AA standings. Let's take a look at the matchup tonight. We've got this Watertown team, as we said, coming in with 5 wins, taking on a 6-win Roosevelt team. Watertown with 43 points per game. They've been a little bit more consistent offensively this year than this Roosevelt team has. But Roosevelt, since getting their starting 5 going, have been a lot more consistent on the offensive end. Same thing, even though the record's worse, the defense has actually been a little bit better on the Watertown side than Roosevelt, but Roosevelt has played a tougher schedule to date so far. You see the rebounding definitely favors Roosevelt tonight. The one stat that's not on here, free throws, also favors Roosevelt tonight. And Watertown actually won their last game because they shot so well from the stripe, but that's not something we usually see from the Arrows. Assists per game, another Roosevelt stat that definitely goes in their favor. And the three-point shooting has not been tremendous for either team. They don't really make their name shooting threes, but they will give it a go once in a while and have some good opportunities. let's take a look at the Rider report now. Head coach Blake Bradfield in his third season, and as you can see, their leaders, 2 out of their 3 top scorers are freshmen. Henley Loof, Callie Harris, both freshmen, and then Brooklyn Call, BK, was their leading scorer last year and has come back as a really steadying influence on this offense. She does everything, 3 assists, 3 rebounds, and 8 points per game. And the notes you see there, the trending up. This is what Blake Bradfield wanted to see when he took this job over in 2022. They only had 1 win in his first season. He just wanted kids to go out for basketball. The second year, we saw some improvement last season. And this year, he said the expectation is, not just to be in games, not to just play teams hard. It's to get wins, and they've done that. 6 wins this year, more than they've had the entire season so far. So a great start for these Riders in this game. Looking at some of the schedules for these 2 teams, we can just go back to a normal shot if you want. That's fine, Memphis. But looking at the schedules in these games, not much time left for either of these 2 teams to make their run. The Roosevelt Rough Riders, after this game, will take on Sioux Falls Lincoln on the 18th. Another game at Washington. That's going to be a tough one against the top 5 team. And then they go to Aberdeen Central, a team that they feel they can play right with. And they end the season on the 28th against Pierre. And for Watertown, again, just a few games left for these guys. They play at home against Aberdeen on the 18th. And then they travel to Huron, back home against Harrisburg, and they also end their season playing against Pierre. So as we look at the standings of these 2 teams, they both should make the playoffs. So the top 16 teams in AA are assured of making the playoffs. And right now, Sioux Falls Roosevelt sits at 12. Watertown sits at 15, but there's quite a gap between that 16 and 17 spot right now. So Watertown would love to maybe move up to 14 or maybe even further if they can. But right now, sitting at that number 15 spot, tied in record with Sturgis. But in the power points and the seed points, they do have a slight advantage against Sturgis. Meanwhile, the Roosevelt Rough Riders sitting at number 12, which would put them in a first-round battle against a 5 seed, which right now would be Stevens. Roosevelt would love to maybe move up one more spot against either passing Jefferson or possibly Harrisburg or Aberdeen Central is both within grasp of this team. I had a chance to talk to a couple of the riders earlier in the season and talk to Blake Bradfield and their senior, Morgan Johnson. Here's what they had to say.
The expectations are a lot higher. I implemented my first year, especially in the second year last year, rider wins of just little things within the game. We may not win the game, but just little wins, just to get those girls that sense of winning and that taste of winning and knowing what it feels like to win. And slowly, hopefully that goes then to the game and having that feeling of winning the game.
This year we just wanted to overall be better. We wanted to win and we wanted to get to that state tournament, and we wanted, kind of like Bradfield mentioned, we are emphasizing little goals because the little things lead to big things, and that's where we want to end up.
The expectations are a lot higher. I implemented my first.
All right, that's a little peek from Blake Bradfield and Morgan Johnson. We'll take a quick break and come back with starters after this break. Stay with us.
But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories is just a way of life. It's good to be home. Agraria Insurance Company, protecting what's important in life. contact your local Agraria Insurance Company agent.
When life gets hard and our thoughts get too much to bear, finding the resiliency within us can help us find healing. The 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline provides 24/7 free support for anyone in suicidal distress or emotional crisis. All texts and calls are anonymous and connect you to local resources that uphold cultural values and pave the way to healing. Find the strength within you. Find the strength within our culture. Reach out if you need help today.
Out here, you learn that to keep growing, you have to keep changing. CHS and the farmers and ranchers we serve know all about change, because together we've changed agriculture. That's why we're the largest farmer-owned cooperative in the country. So farmers own the system they count on, with advantages at every step. From innovative tools that help crops grow, to grain processing expertise, to energy solutions, we create connections to empower agriculture. Learn more at chsinc.com.
Shields All Sports Store is your one stop for everything outdoors, with local experts eager to guide you through the widest selection of brands. Your one stop for exercise gear to get working out or fashions for going out. And your one stop for footwear in your size, your style, yours to take home today. Shields, employee owned, community minded, and like no place you've ever shopped before.
What if we said...
All right, getting set to tip off some AA basketball. We've got girls basketball action between the Watertown Arrows and the Roosevelt Rough Riders. Two teams that are very similar in records, but Roosevelt, like we said, in better position playoff-wise, and Watertown would love to be in that position if possible. The starters are going to be announced here in just a minute. This Watertown girls team's coached by Chad Rohde. Chad Rohde's been doing this for a few seasons at Watertown. His assistant coaches, Mackenzie Bulow, Jesse Hauk, and Jaden Ingalls. And their starting five has been mostly upperclassmen. They've got 3 seniors and 2 juniors in their starting five, and they will start off with their senior forward, Emery Thury. She is 5'10", their forward, their leading scorer at 11.5 points per game. They're one of their leading rebounders at 6.1 points per game, and also does a great job of passing the ball. She is one of their few threats as well from the three-point line, so watch for her tonight. Emma Hendricks, another senior guard at 5'7". Grace Corey at number 22 is a senior swing player, but she's also their leading rebounder at 5'7", so she will play a lot of inside basketball. Kinsey Russell has come on strong the last few games. Number 42, the junior guard at 5'7", and then Malia Krantz in the middle at 5'10", plays a little bigger than her 5'10" frame, is one of their players to watch on the inside. For Roosevelt, they are coached by Blake Bradfield. He is in his 3rd season as head coach. Just 11 career wins so far, but definitely on the upswing here at Roosevelt. And they've switched their starting five up a little bit over the last couple of weeks. They will come out with 2 freshmen, 2 seniors, and a junior. And some of their seniors have been very instrumental, but none more than Brooklyn Cole. You see introduced right now, number 3, 7.9 points per game. Their top passer as well at 3.3 assists per game. Kinsley Pasica, the junior, 5'5" guard. She's a great role player, defensive specialist. And then the senior, Morgan Johnson, who we heard from in the pregame, she's going to play at Briar Cliff next year as one of the future Briar Cliff college basketball players, going for about 6 points, 5 rebounds per game. And then the 2 freshmen, Henley Loof, their leading scorer at 11 points per game, the freshman guard. And then Callie Harris moved into the starting 5. She has become so much more comfortable playing varsity basketball just in the last month. it's made a lot of a difference with 5.9 points per game, 4.8 rebounds per game, but her shooting percentage has skyrocketed over the last month. She is now shooting over 50% for the year. So getting ready to tip things off between the 4-win Watertown Arrows and the 6-win Roosevelt Rough Riders. This could be a key game for Watertown, as we said in the pregame. Have won 2 of their last 3 games, beat both Sioux Falls schools that they played, did lose to Washington, so actually 2 out of the 3 games against Sioux Falls schools, and this will be their 4th game against a Sioux Falls school this season. Starting with it on the perimeter, that's Grace Corey, their leading rebounder, who also does a good job handling the ball. Malia Krantz tries to take it in. Callie Harris says just a minute. And it just goes off the rim. Miss. Rebounded by Harris. Brooklyn Cole now. Setting things up. There's Pasica. Harris back over to Cole. Cole tries to drive right side. Kicks it back out. Still 12 on the shot clock. Working the perimeter. And there's the freshman, gets it poked away. Good defensive play and a tie-up at midcourt. Emery Thury does a good job of making Henley Loof make a decision. It's going to stay with Roosevelt, but just 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Morgan Johnson to inbound. Running out of time. Lofts it in and into the corner, out of bounds. It's going to go to the purple and gold of Watertown. Still scoreless here, just getting underway. Each team has had 1 possession in this game. I'm Jason Andera at Live Ticket TV. Thanks for joining us. We bring you more and more Sioux Falls games throughout the year. And then an offensive foul on Emma Hendricks, who pushes off, extends the elbow to try to create a little bit of room. And Roosevelt gets the ball once again. Still no score. There's Brooklyn Cole, defended by Hendricks. Gets it into Johnson. Harris back to Cole. Good defense again, and it's Hendricks causing all kinds of problems early in this game. And it looks like Henley Loof is going to force the jump ball, but it all started because Emma Hendricks was hustling on the defensive side and has been now for the last 2 possessions. That's going to be a key to this game. Hendricks will reset, and a steal! Kinsley Pasica on the fast break, up and good! First 2 points of the game go to Kinsley Pasica, averaging just 2 points a game. So a huge defensive play turning into some offense for the Riders. Interior pass to Kranz, goes out of bounds. Grace Corey tried to feed it on the inside. Excuse me, that's Kinsley Russell who tried to feed it on the inside, and it went out of bounds. Little man-to-man full-court press for the Arrows. Johnson trips with the ball, and that'll be a violation, traveling back to Watertown. So Hendricks will start it with the point, get it to Kranz. And there's Thury, their leading scorer, who pushes it to Russell. Russell being guarded by the freshman, Henley Loof. There's Thury. She gets the Morgan Johnson defense in this game. Interior pass broken up by Callie Harris. Retained possession for Watertown. Malia Krantz kicks it outside. 3-ball up. 3-ball off the rim. Thury just misses. Morgan Johnson wrangles in the loose ball. And the Riders reset. They've got their 2 points on a fast break early in this one. Other than that, not much doing. Henley Loof looking for some space on the court. Gets it to Morgan Johnson. Brooklyn Cole, the senior, from the right wing. No. And Callie Harris touches it last, giving it back to Watertown. This Watertown team only averaging 3 points per first quarter. They are a slow-starting team this year. A team averaging over 50 points a game, but have come out of the chute pretty slow all season. So this is not new territory for the Arrows to not get on the board early. Kinsey Russell looking to drive right side. Goes up with it. No good. Morgan Johnson pulls down the rebound. Henley Loof looks for Callie Harris. Decides not to pass it. BK back to Loof for three. And Henley Loof drains one for three. She's shooting 34% from the three-point line. We're going to take a quick 30-second timeout. We'll stay right here. These Roosevelt Rough Riders, as we said, they've won 6 games so far this year. They've readjusted the starting 5. They still play 7 to 8 players normally per game. They get some good contributions from seniors, Morgan Johnson, Brooklyn Cole, and Susan Olson, just to name a few, who have really been through a lot here at Roosevelt since they were freshmen before Blake Bradfield came. They were a team that just wanted to get more kids out for basketball. And they have really solidified this program over the last 3 years, along with Coach Bradfield, and have left it in a much better place than it was just a few years ago. So Watertown to inbound after the 30-second timeout. They're going to rearrange, make some adjustments against this Roosevelt team who's off to a 5-0 start after that Henley Loof 3. Jordan Remmers has checked into the game, number 12, as well as Madison Grimsrud, number 40, who takes the long 2-point field goal. And Grimsrud has been so clutch off the bench this year for Watertown. She's a 6'1" post player, but shows off the range on that one. And she's had some really good games. Played well against Washington, played well against Jefferson. Steal, fast break, Emery Thury up, just misses. Looked like maybe some contact on the way up, but there is no call as Roosevelt resets. Morgan Johnson, deep three. She falls down after that shot. Thought there was some contact. No call, and a jump ball. Second jump ball called in this game so far. And another sub is Lily Mack, the sophomore guard, checks into the ball game for Watertown. Give Kinsey Russell a quick breather. Fresh 35. Henley Loof trying to work Thury. Thury takes it right away from the freshman. She's going to take it down court. Dishes it. And as Remmers tries to put up the layup, fouled on the way up. I believe that is going to be, it's going to be on Kinsley Pasica. And she was in the process of shooting. That's going to give her 2 shots. Remmers up and good, shooting 52% from the free throw line this year. And makes them both. 5-4 now your score. So after a 5-0 start, the Watertown Arrows have come back with 4 unanswered. Brooklyn Cole gets it over the timeline. Pasica looking for an outlet. And it's going to be a foul called. I think that's going to be on Grace Corey, the 5'7" swing player who leads the team in rebounding for Watertown. Really tough, hard-nosed senior. Callie Harris gets it inbounds, but they're going to say it was tipped. It will stay with Roosevelt. Cole, Pasica, try to go inside, picked off by Corey. She's off running. Thury comes up with the loose ball, and then Brooklyn Cole pokes it out of bounds. Watertown will stay with possession with the chance to take the lead in this one. 3:06 left in the first period. Roosevelt has led throughout. Couple of subs for Roosevelt. Caitlin Dewin checking in the game, as well as Brooklyn Rose. Errant shot on the right side by Thury, and she steps out of bounds with possession. Thury not able to connect yet. 3 minutes on the dot. 5-4 early on. We've got a good one. We expect this to be a good one. Watertown coming off of a win against Jefferson. Another turnover, this time by the Riders. Caitlin Dewin trying to push it down court. But Watertown coming off of a win against Jefferson, and a week or so ago, Roosevelt losing to Jefferson. Roosevelt is the better team overall, sitting at number 12 in the seed points right now. And a little over and back, good defense at half court by Caitlin Dewin. So after the turnover, does a great job defensively to give her team the ball back, forcing the over and back. Brooklyn Cole getting some really good defense from Jordan Remmers. Finally get it into the paint. It has been a struggle for both teams to get it into the paint. There's going to be a foul on the floor. It's going to be on Kinsey Russell. And that's 3 fouls on the Arrows with 2.5 minutes left. We'll have to watch that to see if they get into the bonus before the end of the first quarter. On the inbound, Henley Loof tries to take it in, dishes it back out. Callie Harris steps one way, goes the other for the Rivers, and just misses. There's Lily Mack on the corner. Poked out of bounds. Caitlin Dewin, another good defensive play for the Riders. And Susan Olsen will make her first appearance in the game, the senior 5'9" forward. Kinsey Russell back out to Remmers. There's Thury driving left side, has an opening. Up and no good. No foul called. Rebound by Remmers. There's the foul on the second effort. And Susan Olsen, after checking into the game, commits a foul, just the second team foul against Roosevelt. So Remmers back to the free throw line, a little deep on that one. 2 of 3 from the stripe in this game. Second one up and good. She has 3 points and tied this ball game up at 5. Loof to Cole, the 2 main ball handlers. They're going to swing it around the perimeter, trying to get it down low. There's the interior pass to Susan Olsen, back to Loof. Olsen to Cole. Good defense, good man-to-man defense here by the Arrows, or a zone defense, but good ball defense is what I mean. Deep 3 from Henley Loof. She drains it, giving the Riders an 8-5 lead. 1:25 left here, first quarter. And the Watertown Arrows had just tied the ball game and took the big lead there with the 3-pointer from Henley Loof. And now a foul on the Riders. So 3 team fouls on both teams now. 119, Arrows to inbound. They get it inside, wide open. Kinsey Russell can't quite make it off the glass. Hustles to get her on board. Interior pass. Too far under the hoop was Grace Corey, but cleaned up by Malia Kranz. So good job by Watertown passing to the open player, and they finally get an opportunity to make 2. Deep 3 that time from Caitlin Dewin out of bounds. It will stay with Roosevelt. So with 49 seconds left here in the first quarter, a couple more subs coming in. Morgan Johnson, the starter, checks back in. She'll take the ball out. The officials getting on the same page here. No indication what the issue might be. Maybe a substitution issue. I think they're possibly clarifying how the subs come in, maybe. It's my best guess. Caitlin Doohan gets the ball on the interior pass and or the inbounds pass, excuse me, slides through her fingers and out. So with 45 seconds, the Arrows once again with an opportunity to take this lead. They've tied it once, but haven't had a lead yet in this game. Drive left baseline. There's a foul. Jordan Remmers draws one on Henley Loof. And Remmers gets to the free throw line. This is the third time she's gotten to the free throw line. It'll be free throws number 5 and 6 for her. Bounces that one in. She's got 4 points so far, 4 of the 8, all from the free throw line. Second one up and good. So there's your first lead of the game for the Watertown Arrows with 30 seconds left here in the first quarter. Oh, Emery, 30. Great job creating the turnover and an easy lay-in for Jordan Remmers. She has 7. Roosevelt trying to reset. This Watertown defense on the perimeter has been outstanding. One of the reasons they beat Jefferson. 5 seconds left now. 3.6 seconds. It goes to Watertown. And again, the ball defense has been outstanding for the Arrows. They have forced several turnovers in this first quarter and now have a 3-point lead with 2 seconds. 1. And Remmers gets blocked on her shot. And that'll do it for quarter number 1. 11-8. The Watertown Arrows have the lead on the Roosevelt Rough Riders. We'll be back right after this.
Isn't a place to lock up money. It's a place to set it free. What if the point of banking wasn't to bank at all, but to put your ideas to work? What if your bank asked, what if, a little more? Well, what if we told you we do? We're American Bank and Trust, where what if meets why not? If you're ready to change what you get out of banking, start a relationship with us. What if you made the move today?
Welcome back to the Roosevelt Gym, the first of 2 games live right here on LiveTicket.tv. I'm Jason Andera, and the Riders had the lead most of the first quarter, but right at the end of the quarter, a run by Jordan Remmers. Not only from the free throw line, hitting 5 of 8 from the free throw line, but also getting a big shot at the end. She has 7 of the team's 11. And Roosevelt comes back out with a little more intensity on the defensive side, and it pays off on that one. So Brooklyn Cole working it up the court. Again, the interior touches, the paint touches, have been almost non-existent for Roosevelt. Every entry pass either deflected or, like that one, thrown errantly. And Watertown taking advantage, especially recently, as they built up this small 3-point lead. Good for them because they're a team that usually does not start out well. Grace Corey driving right side up. Callie Harris can't come up with it. I think we have another jump ball. Good hustle once again. Jordan Remmers tying up the ball. Callie Harris had it go through her fingers. Possession arrow with Roosevelt. So Cole brings the ball up. Excellent cross-country and soccer athlete as well, but has been the mainstay handling the ball for the last 3 seasons here at Roosevelt. Loof hands it off to Brooklyn Cole. Morgan Johnson, the other senior that plays a big part on this team, getting hounded on the perimeter. Grace Corey doing a fantastic job. It goes out of bounds off of Grace Corey, but just 3 seconds on the shot clock. 3 seconds. They need some movement to the ball, and they don't get it. It is tapped out of bounds once again by Grace Corey, taking another second off the shot clock. It's going to have to be a quick catch and shoot. Maybe one pump here for Roosevelt. They try to get it inside to Callie Harris and turn it over. Malia Krantz gets a hand on it. A couple of passes trying to go inside, and Callie Harris taps it back out of bounds. It'll stay with Watertown. So 11-8, second quarter action. And Malia Krantz will get it started. There's Emery Thury. No points yet for Thury, the leading scorer for the Arrows. Grace Corey now being guarded by Cole, and Cole, I think, blocked her. Yep. It's going to go against Brooklyn Cole. So first foul for Cole. Fresh 35 for the Arrows. They'll work the perimeter. Kinsey Russell has it go off her, but the loose ball is collected by the Arrows. Thury trying to drive right side. Brooklyn Cole steals it, but she stepped out of bounds. Her left toe on the line. And they're going to say no possession there, so it's going to be 19 still on the shot clock for Watertown. Thury. Inside to Grace Corey. Kranz likes it from the elbow, and she makes it. Malia Kranz drains one. First points of this second quarter. Kranz averaging 4.4 points per game, but shows off a little range there. And Callie Harris just was unsure of what to do with the ball. Commits a travel. And it'll be Emma Adams, the 6-foot junior, checking in the game to replace Callie Harris. Give her a little breather. And there's Roosevelt defense doing some work. Kinsley Pasica deflected it and ends up going off of an arrow. So 13-8. It's an 8-0 run right now for Watertown. Pasica getting it to Adams. Trying to get it inside to Johnson. Cole likes it from three. Overshoots it. Watertown picks it up, ready to run. Kinsey Russell trying to attack the basket. Trying to get back inside. Grace Corey, left hand leaner, no good. So there's going to be an offensive player control foul on Brooklyn Cole. And again, give credit to Jordan Remmers and the Watertown defense for the way they've been playing on the perimeter. And that time really inducing the foul, as Cole looked a little frustrated after that one. So Watertown once again in control. There's Russell. Remmers from three, no good. And the rebound, Grimsrud thought she had it, but it's going to go back and forth a couple of times before Emma Adams makes a nice save, throwing it off the feet of Madison Grimsrud. So Roosevelt just needs to find a good shot. They have had nothing on the inside as Watertown pressuring the ball handlers. That time, Loof says, I'm going to try to take one in the paint, and does. Gets her way to the free throw line. I think that's what they're going to need, is some slashing, some cuts to the hoop, because they are not getting their set offense into the block at all. Loof up and good. She has a pair of three-pointers and now a free throw to break the 8-0 run. Loof, 67% free throw shooter. Makes them both. 13-10. Watertown in charge. Russell Gets it up to Lily Mack. There's Andy Olson trying to weave her way into the lane. Loose ball come up with the Riders. And Henley Loof. Morgan Johnson. 4 minutes now, second quarter. Roosevelt down 3. After Watertown went on the 8-0 run, they have been left in the dust. Early in this game, Roosevelt had the lead. Morgan Johnson, deep 3, no good. Lily Mack, I think, comes up with the rebound, but there's going to be a foul on the play. And it's going to go against Morgan Johnson, I believe. That'll be her first. And with 3:48 here in the second quarter, Roosevelt now sits on 3 team fouls. Grace Corey driving the middle, loses control, picked up by Emma Adams. She wants somebody else to bring up the court, and it's going to be Kinsley Pasica who does that, gets it across the timeline. There's Susan Olson. Again, trying to get it inside. It has been impossible against this zone to get anything going on the interior, and after the loose ball, it's going to be a foul. I believe it's going to be on Pasica. And that'll be her second foul. Next foul will put Watertown in the bonus. There's Lily Mack, the sophomore. Gets it to Grace Corey, into Emery Thury in the corner. Thury tries to drive. Grimsrud now. A little dribble and stop. She pivots, looking for something. Callie Harris playing good defense. Thury goes reverse. Can't come up with it. Gets her own board. Up and good. Emery Thury on the board with an attack and a putback. And Watertown goes up 15-10. And that'll also be the 5th foul on the team. This is a shooting foul, but they'll be in the bonus after this. Thury, 68% from the stripe. A little short, but it finds its way in the hoop. So 16-10. Thury completes the three-point play. And the defense has been outstanding for the Arrows in this game. Adams tries to get it out to Pasica. Deep 3 again. Morgan Johnson lights it up from beyond the arc. That's a big three-point basket, making this a three-point game. 16-13. Leaner on the left side. Thury tries to go back to the well. Can't come up with it. A foul on the play. It's going to be against Watertown. Madison Grimsrud. I believe it's her second. So a couple subs in the game. Emery Thury takes a seat, as well as Madison Grimsrud. Corey Kranz, Emma Hendricks back in the game. Lily Mack and Andy Olson are the 5 for Watertown. Top of the key, decides not to do anything with it, trying to go back inside. And a great defense again. Grace Corey this time blocks it, takes it away. Callie Harris trying to get a possession at the paint has been extremely hard against this zone defense. Corner 3, Johnson off the mark. Callie Harris gets the board and keeps it in bounds. Nope, it's going to be out of bounds after an effort by Kinsley Pasica to retain possession. So going back the other direction, 16-13 the score with 147 and counting. Nice interior pass, but Grace Corey can't come up with it. She had a nice back cut to the hoop. Couldn't quite control the entry pass. Double team in the corner. It's going to be tough for Roosevelt to get out of this. And they do. They pick up a foul on Andy Olson, I think. Nope, it's going to be on Lily Mack. Her first. And that'll put Watertown at 3 team fouls. With 1:36 and counting. They do. Oh, I was going to say they finally get it into Callie Harris, but it goes out of bounds off of Harris's hands. And that has just not been the key tonight. And once again, the credit all goes to Watertown. The way they are defending their perimeter and then doubling down on Harris is impressive, to say the least. Thury tries to dribble it in. Caught up on a double team. There's Malia Krantz. Russell. 10 on the shot clock. Drive into the middle of the lane. Kicked out to Grace Corey for 3. And she buries it. 19-13. Grace Corey on the board now with 3 points. Under a minute to go, and Roosevelt down 6. Dewan gets it to the free throw line. That's Morgan Johnson who misses, and the Arrows ready to run off those defensive boards. It's going to be Emery Thury who comes out of the stack with the ball, and she finds a way to get it to Russell. Corey into the corner. Hendricks looking for a spot, and she's going to get fouled by Caitlin Dewan, and that's going to be a bonus opportunity as they have gone over the 5 foul limit for the quarter. So that'll put Emma Hendricks on the free throw line for 2 free throws. Up and good. Seven-point lead now for the Arrows. Hendricks doesn't get to the free throw line too often. Makes 1 of 2, though. And on the rebound, it's going to be off of Hendricks. Henley Loof had an opportunity to grab the first rebound. Almost let go of possession. So down 7, 25 seconds. Roosevelt on a dry spell right now. And I think there's a foul on the drive on Henley Loof. It's going to be on Emery Thury. That'll be her first, and that's the 4th team foul for Watertown. So now essentially in the bonus after the next foul. 19 seconds, no shot clock. And Brooklyn Cole sizing up the Arrows. And that perimeter defense continues to harass this Roosevelt offense. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Loof, step back 3. Can't make it. So after a great start by the Roosevelt Rough Riders, the Watertown Arrows have commanded most of the second quarter and take a 7-point lead into halftime. We'll be back with the second half after this halftime break.
When the world feels big, a small note can mean everything. Find mental health support at sdbehavioralhealth.gov.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
Fentanyl is a powerful synthetic opioid, up to 100 times stronger than morphine. Even a tiny amount can be deadly. It's often mixed with other drugs without your knowledge, increasing your risk of overdose. Protect yourself and your loved ones and avoid unknown substances. Stay informed, stay safe, and remember, one pill can kill. For more information on fentanyl prevention, visit your local health resource or speak to a healthcare professional today. This message was brought to you by the Great Plains Tribal Opioid Response, so that the people may live.
Do you have a pest problem? Got bats, ants, termites? Family owned and operated, Olson's Pest Technicians have had over 50 years experience taking care of pest problems in places across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa. Utilizing brilliant methods such as Centricon bait stations for termites and Vicane treatment for bed bugs, there's no pest too tough for Olson's Pest Technicians. If you have pest problems, call 800-KILL-BUGS.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories is just a way of life. It's good to be home. Agraria Insurance Company, protecting what's important in life. Contact your local Agraria Insurance Company agent.
When life gets hard and our thoughts get too much to bear, finding the resiliency within us can help us find healing. The 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline provides 24/7 free support for anyone in suicidal distress or emotional crisis. All texts and calls are anonymous and connect you to local resources that uphold cultural values and pave the way to healing. Find the strength within you. Find the strength within our culture. Reach out if you need help today.
Out here, you learn that to keep growing, you have to keep changing. CHS and the farmers and ranchers we serve know all about change, because together we've changed agriculture. That's why we're the largest farmer-owned cooperative in the country. So farmers own the system they count on, with advantages at every step. From innovative tools that help crops grow, to grain processing expertise, to energy solutions, we create connections to empower agriculture. Learn more at chsinc.com.
Shields All Sports Store is your one stop for everything outdoors, with local experts eager to guide you through the widest selection of brands. Your one stop for exercise gear to get working out or fashions for going out. And your one stop for footwear in your size, your style, yours to take home today. Shields, employee owned, community minded, and like no place you've ever shopped before.
What if we said a bank isn't a place to lock up money? It's a place to set it free. What if the point of banking wasn't to bank at all, but to put your ideas to work? What if your bank asked, what if, a little more? Well, what if we told you we do? We're American Bank and Trust, where what if meets why not? If you're ready to change what you get out of banking, start a relationship with us. What if you made the move today?
When the world feels big, a small note can mean everything. Find mental health support at sdbehavioralhealth.gov.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
Fentanyl is a powerful synthetic opioid, up to 100 times stronger than morphine. Even a tiny amount can be deadly. It's often mixed with other drugs without your knowledge, increasing your risk of overdose. Protect yourself and your loved ones and avoid unknown substances. Stay informed, stay safe, and remember, one pill can kill. For more information on fentanyl prevention, visit your local health resource or speak to a healthcare professional today. This message was brought to you by the Great Plains Tribal Opioid Response, so that the people may live.
Do you have a pest problem? Got bats, ants, termites? Family owned and operated, Olson's Pest Technicians have had over 50 years experience taking care of pest problems in places across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa. Utilizing brilliant methods such as Centricon bait stations for termites and Vicane treatment for bed bugs, there's no pest too tough for Olson's Pest Technicians. If you have pest problems, call 800-KILL-BUGS.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories is just a way of life. It's good to be home. Agraria Insurance Company, protecting what's important in life. Contact your local Agraria Insurance Company agent.
When life gets hard and our thoughts get too much to bear, finding the resiliency within us can help us find healing. The 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline provides 24/7 free support for anyone in suicidal distress or emotional crisis. All texts and calls are anonymous and connect you to local resources that uphold cultural values and pave the way to healing. Find the strength within you. Find the strength within our culture. Reach out if you need help today.
Out here, you learn.
Welcome back. Thanks for watching high school basketball with us right here on LiveTicket.tv. I'm Jason and Dara. This first half has been low scoring, high physicality, high defense, high energy on the defensive side of the ball for both teams. It's 20-13, the Watertown Arrows with the lead. Their leading scorer, Jordan Remmers, the sophomore guard, hit 5 from the free throw line and another field goal for 7 points. Malia Kranz hit a couple of field goals for 4 points. Grace Corey with 3. Their leading scorer, Emery Thury, has 3. Emma Hendricks with 1 and Madison Grimsrud with 2. For the Riders, Henley Loof hit 2 big three-pointers in the first quarter, but it's been quieted since then. But she has 8 points to lead all scorers in this game. Morgan Johnson has 3 on a deep three-pointer that she hit, and Kinsley Pasica scored the first 2 of the game on a fast break. That's the entire scoring for this Roosevelt Rough Rider team. So they hit that first fast break 2, then hit 3 three-pointers, and then 2 free throws. They have not generated any points from the field inside the three-point line since that first fast break layup. Third quarter action here at the Ryder Gym. Emery Thury getting things set up for the Arrows. She'll drive in. Callie Harris tries to affect the shot, does. And it's Brooklyn Cole who comes out with the rebound. BK shifts it over to Henley Loof for 3. So the three-point field goal, that's the fourth time the Riders have hit that, are keeping them alive in this game. Thury to Russell. Kranz from the corner. It's good for three. Malia Kranz, third field goal of the game. First from three-point range. 23-16. And after a quiet first half, a couple of shots in from deep to start this third quarter. Turnover picked up by Grace Corey. Thury into the corner. Russell looking for a drive. And she travels before she can get her shot off. It's going to go to Roosevelt. 7-point lead for the Watertown Arrows. Came into the game with 4 wins, but have won 2 of their last 3, both against Sioux Falls opponents. Loof trying to loop it in to fellow freshman. They'll swing it around the corner, and Pasica, an errant pass, and BK tags it for an over the and back. So Watertown will start with the fresh 35. They try to get it inside. It's picked off by Brooklyn Cole. They're going to run. She's going all the way. Rattles off the rim. And Watertown now with numbers. Gets it down court to Grace Corey. Loses control, but they continue with possession. And Malia Kranz didn't have enough juice on that one. Morgan Hansen comes up with the loose ball. And a jump ball created by Grace Corey. Great hustle by Watertown to steal a possession, or at least steal the possession arrow, as Roosevelt retains possession. 23-16, 6:15, third quarter action. And Brooklyn Cole initiates some contact, but does pick up the foul on Emma Hendricks. Her second. And Roosevelt gets things started. We'll see if they do anything different offensively. They started off with a 3-point field goal from their freshman Henley Loof. Brooklyn Cole trying to get it inside, hounded by the arrows. Johnson into the corner. There's Pasica, who will drive the baseline. She comes up short. And Thury again affects the jumper and then affects another jump ball. That looks like a possible poked eye for Kinsley Pasica. Brooklyn Rose ready to check in the game. And she is going to let Kinsley Pasica recover from that poked eye. So Watertown takes possession of the second tied up ball of this quarter. Thury, guarded by BK. Thury into the corner, Kranz. Thury driving right in the middle of the lane. Brooklyn Cole ties it up. And there is another jump ball. So Brooklyn Cole this time does the honors and gets her team the ball back on that jump ball. Morgan Johnson on the high post, hounded. And look at that. Kinsey Russell makes a great defensive steal. There has been so many good steals in this game. Brooklyn Cole trying to take a charge. No call on the physical contact there. As Kinsey Russell is saying, where was the foul? There's got to be something. So Watertown will inbound after it goes off of a rider. There's a foul away from the ball. I think that's going to be on Madison Grimsrud. Yep, it is. It'll be her third foul. So Roosevelt trying to cut into this 7-point lead, and a travel on Brooklyn Cole. The turnovers continuing to pile up. This has not been a sharp game for Blake Bradfield's Roosevelt Rough Riders, who played pretty well recently. Definitely improving as the season goes on. But this Watertown defense has a lot to do with that. Kinsey Russell short on the jumper. Outlet pass to Brooklyn Cole. Henley Loof, hounded by a double team in the corner. They're going to take a quick timeout. And it's got to be frustrating for Roosevelt not being able to really swing the ball around the perimeter, let alone get it into the paint. I guarantee you Blake Bradfield is letting his team know about the frustrations on offense. And the turnovers piling up right now for Roosevelt. Down 7 points here. They only have 3 players who have scored in this game. And only 2 players have scored since the opening minutes of this game. So the Riders with 26 in the shot clock. Quick shot by Henley Loof on the baseline for 3. She's buried her 4th three-pointer of this game, single-handedly keeping the Riders in this one. Grimsrud from the corner, short on the long-distance shot. And a foul on the rebound. I think it's going to be on Remmers. Yep, she had the push, which will give the Riders a chance to build on this mini run. Down 4. Brooklyn Cole averaging 8 a game, has not scored yet in this game for the Riders. There's Loof. She's got 14. 14 of the 19. Deep 3. No good for Susan Olsen. Rebounded offensively. That was Brooklyn Rose keeping it alive. Loof looking for an opening or to reset. There she goes, left side. Cross-court pass to Rose. Rose to Harris. Oh, and she goes down hard after, I think she banged her knee on the inside. She immediately knew something was wrong with her left knee. Hopefully it's not something major, but she definitely went down in a hurry. We'll take a quick break here and come back in a minute.
Growing, you have to keep changing. CHS and the farmers and ranchers we serve know all about change, because together we've changed agriculture. That's why we're the largest farmer-owned cooperative in the country. So farmers own the system they count on, with advantages at every step. From innovative tools that help crops grow, to grain processing expertise, to energy solutions, we create connections to empower agriculture. Learn more at chsinc.com.
Shields All Sports.
Welcome back to the Roosevelt Gym. Callie Harris walked off the court and now is walking on her own power out to the locker room. That's a good sign. I thought I saw some contact. I was hoping it was not a non-contact, an ACL or something like that. Too early to know what exactly happened, but I hopefully it's a bruise and she can come back in. Roosevelt has possession back after a Watertown turnover in the corner. Susan Olsen hounded by Grace Corey. And Corey, I think, is going to pick up the foul. But the defense has been outstanding today for Watertown. That's going to be their 5th team foul, which puts Susan Olsen at the line. So the fouls piling up here in the third quarter for Watertown. With 3 minutes into the bonus, and Olsen makes that. 3-point game now. Oh, and the jumper, she moved her foot across the free throw line. That's a violation. Would have missed anyway. And Susan Olson will check out after getting a point and making this a 3-point game. Watertown on a little bit of a dry spell as well here. Just 3 points in this quarter. And commits a turnover as Jordan Remmers lets it leak out of bounds. The defense has been strong all night for Watertown, though. They've held this Roosevelt team to just 20 points with 2:40 left, third quarter. Brooklyn Cole forces one up from three, can't buy it. On the rebound, it's going to be a foul on the Riders. It's going to be on Emma Adams of Roosevelt. Just the first foul. Little man-to-man token pressure. There comes Russell bringing the ball up on Brooklyn Cole. Into Olson. Olson tries to get it inside to Thury. Goes up strong. Misses. Rebound. Kranz. No good. Thury offensive board again. And gets it to go. Emery Thury getting a couple of big rebounds. And the offensive glass pays off for the Arrows. She has a chance to make her second three-point play of the game. Up and good. So she had a three-point play in the second quarter, has another one here in the third quarter. 26-20 now the score. Corner, three, Rose, no good. Offensive board by Pasica. Loof thought about it, she thinks again. Fires it up and finds the bottom of the net. 5 threes on the night for Henley Loof. 26-23. She has 17 of the 23 for the Riders. Trying to drive baseline against Brooklyn Cole. Russell now trying to take it inside. Cole D's up. And there's a travel before the contact as Kinsey Russell is called for the violation. So Roosevelt down 3. It's been a while since they've been within one possession and have possession of the ball. But that's what's happened right here, and the three-pointers keeping them alive. They've hit 9 points off of three-pointers in this quarter. Offensive foul, there's a clear out. And it's going to go against Emma Adams. Her second foul away from the ball. That'll be 3 on the Riders now with 1:21 left. Watertown with 5 fouls. So Roosevelt in the bonus. Russell trying to drive Cole again. Thury over to Mack. Mack, a floater from the middle of the lane, no good. Good offensive board by Thury. Gets her own, tries to put it back, and the 2 boards don't result in any points for Watertown. Cole. Pasica, baseline, looking for a shot. And Johnson goes back to Loof. 14 on the shot clock. Pasica, free throw, jumper, off the backboard and good. 25-26. Riders within 1. 25 seconds on the clock. Shot clock is off. Drive, left side, and it's going to be Pasica called with the push. As Andy Olson tried to assert herself on the way to the rack. She'll get 2 shots. the sophomore guard in the rotation this year. A lot of sophomores on this Watertown team that are in the rotation. Swishes the first one. 2-point lead for Watertown with 19.5 seconds left in the game. Or excuse me, in the quarter. Still in the third quarter here. Second one up and rattles out. So Roosevelt with 15 on the clock. We'll try to play for the last possession. Brooklyn Cole trying to find a way to get Henley Loof the ball. Tries a back cut. It's going to be a loose ball picked up by Thury. Here comes 1 second. And finds a way to get a shot off, but nothing doing. But the Watertown Arrows carry a lead into the fourth quarter. 27-25. We'll be right back.
Is your one stop for everything outdoors, with local experts eager to guide you through the widest selection of brands. Your one stop for exercise gear to get working out or fashions for going out. And your one stop for footwear in your size, your style, yours to take home today. Shields, employee owned, community minded, and like no place you've ever shopped before.
What if we said a bank isn't a place to lock up money? It's a place to set it free. What if the point of banking wasn't to bank at all, but to put your ideas to work? What if your bank asked, what if, a little more? Well, what if we told you we do? We're American Bank and Trust, where what if meets why not? If you're ready to change what you get out of banking, start a relationship with us. What if you made the move today?
So the Riders trailed by 7 at halftime, trail by 2 now entering the fourth quarter. The Watertown Arrows have been in front ever since the end of the first quarter when they went on a run. And a strong take that time by Emery Thury. They're going to call a foul on Callie Harris. So Harris now with 2 fouls, but on the shot, Thury with the chance to make a couple. She's made 2 already from the free throw stripe. A little short on that attempt. Shooting 68% from the stripe this year coming into the game. Second one is up off the iron. Callie Harris will clear for the Riders. Brooklyn Rose into the corner. Brooklyn Cole, everything but in off the rim. And a push by Brooklyn Rose will give Watertown possession. Or Morgan Johnson, excuse me. So 2 quick fouls in the quarter against Roosevelt. We'll see if free throws make a difference at the end of this game. Kinsey Russell goes to the free throw line, tries a jumper, blocked. And Morgan Johnson hauls down the rebound. Henley Loof, 17 points in this game, 5 3-pointers. The freshman has been lights out from the beyond the arc. Interior pass to Harris, kicks it back out to Brooklyn Rose, just offline. Grace Corey clears it. Here comes Watertown. And a little contact on a pick that time, and there's going to be a push. It's going to go back Roosevelt's way. It's going to be on Emma Hendricks. Just under 7 minutes left in this game. Fourth quarter, it's been Watertown in the lead since they took the lead 9-8 just before the end of the first quarter. And Malia Krantz will not let that ball get into the paint. Morgan Johnson comes up with the loose ball, can't hit the shot. And here comes Watertown. Callie Harris comes up with the loose ball, another turnover. And this quarter has been back and forth on turnovers. And Roosevelt will take a timeout to reset. We'll take a break and be right back on Live Ticket TV. Welcome back to the Roosevelt Gym. The boys getting set to take the court at the end of this girls' game, but we've had a close game here in the last few minutes. Right now, Watertown leads by 2. They had led by as many as 7, and that's what they led at the end of halftime. But Roosevelt working their way back in with the three-point shot. They got 3 threes from Henley Loof in the third quarter to climb back into this game. She has 17 of the team's 25 points. They've made a total of 6 3-pointers in this game. Watertown, on the other hand, has made a pair of 3-pointers, but has been doing it with getting to the free throw line and finding good second chance points. They've got 27. The home team with 25 as the Riders inbound the ball with 6.5 left in this game. And on a handoff pass, they lose control and it goes out of bounds. Brooklyn Cole tried to get it to Loof, the leading scorer. I think that's what Blake Bradfield wants, is her to have more touches. She has been outstanding in this game for Roosevelt. Brooklyn Rose gets a little bit too aggressive on defense and comes up with a blocking foul. And that's 3 fouls now. And we've got another timeout. We'll take a timeout as well, and we'll be right back on Live Ticket TV.
When the world feels big, a small note can mean everything. Find mental health support at sdbehavioralhealth.gov.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
Fentanyl is a powerful
Welcome back. Watertown ready to inbound with 6:15 on the clock. Interior pass off of Emery 30, but it stays with the Arrows. Malia Cran's open for a little jumper, and she gets it to go. She's had a great game. First points of the fourth quarter here, 29-25. Roosevelt trying to set up that offense, and all game they've been trying to get it to Callie Harris on the low post. Finally do, and she misses from in close. Quick defensive rebound, and here come the Arrows with a 4-point lead. 5:37 left in the game. Grace Corey. Remmers up, just off. Great rebound, Grace Corey, and they will continue to dominate the boards in this game to give their team a chance. Right through the hands of Jordan Remmers. It's going to be Brooklyn Cole. She'll slow it down to the left side. Off the glass, no good. And it's going to be off Morgan Johnson. So a fast break opportunity for Roosevelt comes up with no points. And that could be huge in this low-scoring game where it's been so hard for Roosevelt to find good shots on offense. Jordan Remmers in the game, 7 points. all in the first quarter. Hands it off to Thury. Grace Corey trying to post up on the low post, calling for the ball. They're going to reset. Steal! Pasika, she'll go in hard. Nope, she'll pull up left side. A couple of passes to reset. Cole from three, straight on, no good. Krantz tries to get the rebound, and it's going to be off of Watertown. She felt some contact. No call on the play, and both officials, the officials are going to get together, and it's going to be overturned as the official with the better view of the ball says, nope, that was off Roosevelt. So Watertown once again has the ball with a 4-point lead. Remmers gets him across the timeline. Mack and Thury will calm things down. Their clock is their friend, trying to kill the rest of this game off with a 2-possession lead. Mack tries to get to Corey underneath, and that's going to go out of bounds. And Corey talking about the contact down low to the official, trying to get a little information to the stripes. But I'll tell you what, there have been more tied-up balls and effort and hustle by Watertown by a long shot in this game as they once again try to tie it up. But Henley Loof has been the difference for Roosevelt in this game. 17 points has kept Roosevelt in this game. Thury tries to save it, but it goes back to Roosevelt. Shot clock still at 15. Inside, Harris trying to do some damage, but loses the ball. Blake Bradfield begging for a call on the inside. Not going to get one. Here comes Remmers. That strong left-handed dribble. Getting it across the timeline. Mack into the corner. Grimsrud. Corey, nowhere to go. Kicks it back out. Floater. Up and good for Jordan Remmers. Her first point since the first quarter. And a 6-point lead now for the Arrows. Brooklyn Cole, top of the key. Johnson into Harris, and it's picked off by Jordan Remmers. That's been the story all night as Roosevelt tries to get possessions deep into Watertown territory and cannot. Remmers lost her dribble and gives it up to Mack. 10 on the shot clock. Mack goes left-handed hard, but blocked by Harris. Here comes Henley Loof, guarded by Thury. 2.5 left here. Cole looking for an opening. Just cannot buy a shot. 6-point lead now for the Arrows. They have taken control of this game by their defense. And Brooklyn Cole tries to get the ball back for the Riders. A quick timeout for Chad Rohde. And that'll be a full timeout. We'll take a quick break as well. We'll be right back.
Opioid, up to 100 times stronger than morphine. Even a tiny amount can be deadly. It's often mixed with other drugs without your knowledge, increasing your risk of overdose. Protect yourself and your loved ones and avoid unknown substances. Stay informed, stay safe, and remember, one pill can kill. For more information on fentanyl prevention, visit your local health resource or speak to a healthcare professional today. This message was brought to you by the Great Plains Tribal Opioid Response, so that the people may live.
Do you have a pest problem? Got bats, ants, termites? Family owned and operated, Olson's Pest Technicians have had over 50 years experience taking care of pest problems in places across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa. Utilizing brilliant methods such as Centricon bait stations for termites and Vicane treatment for bed bugs. There's no pest too tough for Olson's Pest Technicians. If you have pest problems, call 800-KILL-BUGS.
Welcome back to the Roosevelt Gym. The Watertown Arrows have controlled this game since the end of the first quarter. Now lead by 6 with 2:09 left. And Chad Rohde, after that timeout, has his team focused for these final 2 minutes. Brooklyn Cole playing ball defense, gets it to Emery Thury. Tries to drive right side, kicks it back out to Corey. 4 seconds on the shot clock. 2, 1. It's like they didn't know the shot clock was winding down, and Emery Thury ends up taking a late shot on the turnover, but they do use up some clock. So Morgan Johnson checks in for Susan Olson, and the Riders, who have not been able to set up their offense very often this game, will try to do so in the last 2 minutes to close this 6-point lead. Look at the defense once again. Kinsey Russell this time breaking it up. Brooklyn Cole trying to advance on Jordan Remmers. Gets it to Pasica on the wing. Callie Harris on the top of the key. Swinging it over to Cole. Back to Henley. And Henley Loof gets it poked out of bounds. Down 6, a minute and a half left. Roosevelt has not scored yet in the fourth quarter. This Watertown defense continuing to get better and better. Cole finds an opening on the right side and gets the first points of the fourth quarter. And they'll close it to 4 points. A quick 30-second timeout. Roosevelt that time did a good job of moving without the ball, and that freed up Brooklyn Cole on the slice to the hoop for her first 2 points of the game. A player who averages 8 points a game finally on the scoreboard. But still, the story of this game for Roosevelt's Kinsley Pasica, 17 of the team's 27 points. Jordan Remmers, the leading scorer for Watertown in this one, has 9 so far. Had 7 right away in the first quarter, and then added a field goal here in the fourth quarter. Other than that, it's been a pretty balanced attack. Malia Kranz also with 9 points for Watertown, including a three-pointer that she had back in the third quarter. So Watertown trying to inbound against full court, man-to-man press. Oh, and I thought Thury might have gotten the walk, but they're going to call Henley Loof with the foul. And Loof with her second foul. That'll be 4 on Roosevelt. Next foul will put Watertown at the line. Loose ball. And they're going to play tough defense to try to either get a foul or maybe get a loose ball. Yes, a jump ball. So the tough defense creates some confusion on the play, something we haven't seen all day from Watertown. And possession goes to Watertown, but the next possession will go back to Roosevelt. 1:14, 29 on the shot clock. Inbound goes to Kinsey Russell. And again, the fouling, they're going to play aggressive. If they get a foul, they get a foul. But an errant pass off of Malia Kranz's hands. So Roosevelt has sped this game up, and it pays off with a couple of takeaways with 1:07 left, down 4. Watertown also playing very good defense this game. They'll try to speed up Roosevelt and force a mistake. Harris on the pick. Cole gets it to Loaf. Loaf trying to create her own shot. Deep three. A step back is good. 1 point game. Quick timeout by Roosevelt. And Henley Loaf. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 3-pointers. So we'll take a full timeout. We'll take a quick one as well. We'll be right back on Live Ticket TV.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. how to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories is just a way of life. It's good to be home. Agraria Insurance Company, protecting what's important in life. Contact your local Agraria Insurance Company agent.
When life gets hard,
so the momentum swinging back toward Roosevelt, but they still are down by 1. Emery Thury will try to drive it up the court. Switches to her left side. And look at the defense. Cole breaks it up. Kinsley Pasika tries to go up. It's deflected. And defense on both sides has been huge, but Jordan Remmers that time preventing Kinsley Pasika from getting an open layup. And it's going to go against Jordan Remmers. But it'll be on the floor. Just the second team foul, giving Roosevelt the ball with 34.8 seconds left in the game. Riders down 1. Callie Harris, middle of the lane, sets it up, can't quite make it, and there's going to be a foul on the offensive board. It's going to be against Callie Harris, who tried to go for that offensive rebound and made contact on the way in, and that's going to send Watertown to the free throw line. Malia Harris with the honors, or excuse me, Malia Kranz with the honors. She's one of their better free throw shooters on the year. Kranz has 9 on the night. Can't quite get the roll, but they still lead by 1. A second opportunity for Malia Kranz. Off the back iron, offensive rebound, tied up by Morgan Johnson, and it will be Roosevelt ball with 28.4 on the clock. And once again, the Riders with the chance to take the lead, something they have not done since late first quarter. And Brooklyn Cole gets it across the timeline for a timeout as Blake Bradfield says, let's draw something up. We'll keep it right here. In the excitement of the last few seconds, 22.7 ticks on the clock. Let's reset it. Watertown has possession on the jump ball if there is one. Roosevelt has committed 5 team fouls. Watertown has committed 2. So if Watertown gets fouled again, they go to the free throw line. As we said, the boys getting ready to take the court right after this one. It was a scheduled 8 o'clock start. It'll be tipping off a little bit late because this game has come down to the end, and defense has been the name of the game throughout this game. Watertown has had the lead since they led 9-8. Now 31-30 in late fourth quarter. And this Roosevelt team has scored to a couple of field goals here right at the end of the fourth quarter, but was shut out for the first 7 minutes or 6.5 minutes of this fourth quarter. They've come alive recently, but still have not taken the lead. Blake Bradfield giving his team a pep talk. They have no timeouts left, so that means if they get into trouble, they're going to have to force something. That was the last timeout available for the Riders. Gets it into Harris. Harris back cut to Cole. Pasika has a good look from the baseline, and the loose ball is going to go out of bounds off of Roosevelt. 16.2 on the clock. So they had a good look. On the back cut on the first pass, they had a good look. And Paseka had a good look from the baseline. Inbounded to Thury. She gets fouled by Susan Olson. And that'll send her to the free throw line. She's also one of the better free throw shooters of this Watertown team. And Thury, with a couple of pressure free throws, trying to extend this 1-point lead. What Watertown has been sitting on for the last couple of minutes. First one up and good. 2-point lead now. An opportunity to make it a 3-point lead. And doesn't quite do it. Harris comes up with almost comes up with the board. Does. Keeps it in bounds. 6 seconds. 5, 4, 3. Trying to get the ball to a 3-point shooter. Has to put it up. And the defense wins the game for Watertown. Emery Thury stands on her head and makes it so Roosevelt cannot even get a final shot off. A crushing way to lose for Roosevelt, not even being able to take a shot to get the lead, down by 2 points. So the final 32-30, a tremendous effort defensively from these Watertown Arrows, and Emery Thury seals the deal with a couple of free throws at the end of the game. Watertown advances on their 5th win of the year. Roosevelt 6-10 now on the season. Thanks for watching. We'll take a break, and we'll get started with boys basketball in about 10 minutes.